Good morning, BR. Now we just have a few announcements.
All right, back on the microphone, Mr. Tabone. I want to thank Mr. Piccioni so much for that beautiful word, welcome on the microphone. And yes, we are back, and we are happy to be back. We had this void in our souls because we weren't walking the halls of Bishop Ryan, but we were walking the streets of New York, and I'm not going to lie, it was pretty cool there. We had amazing sunshine. The first day we had a little bit of rain, but we made up for it with perfect weather the next 3 days. I want to extend my thank you to our phenomenal chaperones, Mr. Altabelli, Miss Vincic. Miss Valentini was retiring this year, but we're going to keep her on the roster for next year's trip, hopefully. Miss Wrights, Miss Roberto, our newcomers, Miss Vieira and Miss Patello, who are just absolutely outstanding. Welcome to the team. And our MVM chaperone this year is Mr. McKenzie. And I'll tell you why. He had to put out so many fires on this trip with just mostly logistic issues. And he also wins the GPS award because he essentially governed the bus to and away from New York City. The driver that he had, we had 4 buses. The driver that we had for his bus clearly was blind. Outside of that, we have silver awards for the groove and the expression, and all of our deductions that kept us from gold were simply based on audio issues. We arrived an hour late because of traffic in New York City. We tried to set up our equipment, plug in, do everything with adjudicators really being very impatient. And Friday night in New York City, they didn't want to wait. They were expecting a 15-minute performance. We gave them a 45-minute performance. We had a piano sound that essentially sounded like an electric guitar instead of a piano. Most of our incredible soloists came out sounding like they were rapping in like an emo kind of venue. So I don't know how you can translate the beautiful voices of people like Shira and Caitlin Mizuto when they sound like we're singing emo music because of the distortion coming out of the PA. Outside of that, we were outstanding in many ways, and we only missed the gold by a few marks. I'd like to give a shout out to grade 9 student Ellie DeLizo for winning a Maestro Award for her performance with the Celtic Groove Jazz Band of Girl from Ipanema. She just nailed it. Grade 9, they were just so impressed with her. So congrats to her. Congrats to all the students. We do have some items that have been left on the bus, and I have them in my music room. We have an EpiPen that I was actually going to use on myself after we got our results, but I did not use that EpiPen, so the student who gave me the EpiPen, you can come claim that. And secondly, there's a curling iron, which I believe is worth a lot of money because I've paid for curling irons over the years for my girls, and there's a really nice curling iron in our room, or what do you call it, straightener is what it is, probably worth a few $100. Anyways, that's it, guys, for our music season, except I believe we have a mass coming up, and our graduates, we have to prepare music for next week. Thanks to all again, and sorry for taking up so much audio time. I'm out. Thank you.
Okay, it's Ms. Bacenti again, and Mr. Tabone was talking about the mass. The mass is planned actually for Wednesday afternoon, period 5 outside, on the 31st, but the weather's not looking so hot, everyone. So I'm going to ask you to stay tuned. We're going to have a discussion today around it, and we'll give you more information as it comes available, which I'm sure will be at the end of the day, because the Weather Network is always right and will guide us accordingly, and we will let you know. Thank you.
Attention BR players. The read-through for the one-act plays will be next week, not this week. Once again, the read-through for the one-act plays will take place next week, not this week. Stay tuned for which day will be assigned to which play. With love, Miss Demsar. You may have already heard that we are having another fundraiser for Justin Masadi, who is a recent graduate of St. John de Brebeuf. Unfortunately, Justin was diagnosed with brain cancer in January of 2016 and recently lost the battle. You can help the Masadis by wearing a gray shirt or sweater on Friday, June 2nd, this Friday. Please bring a minimum donation of $2. Let's come together as a community and show our strength to serve a cause and help out a family in need.
All students attending the studio tours tomorrow are reminded to board the bus at 7:45 a.m. and bring $5. Your completed permission forms can be submitted to room 114. Please place them in the exit slip area beside the door. Thanks, and see you soon. And I just have one sports announcement for you. Congratulations to the Pita Pit Athletes of the Week, Sebastian Mazzotti and Cassandra Campanella from the touch football teams. Fresh thinking, healthy eating, Pita Pit.
And I also like to wish a happy birthday to my friends Alyssa and Carissa Vanderbeek. Oh, no, Vanderbeek. They're turning 16 today, so I wish them a happy birthday. Thank you.
Have a great day, BR.